Or locally owned hometown pharmacy.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Whether we're talking commercial or residential plumbing, Lamel Plumbing is the place you call. Lamel provides 24-hour emergency service as well. Call them if you get in a tight spot. And as for their retail items, well, you gotta check out some of their faucets, some of their kitchen items, and some of their bathroom items like their Onyx showers. And hey, say you got a digging job, you call Lamel Plumbing for that too. They've added a full-time crew for you, doing backhoe, trenching, and sewer work. Take that digging job off your list and have Lamel do it for you. That's Lamel Plumbing in Beatrice, now at their new location on North 7th Street in Beatrice.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
This broadcast is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
At the racetrack or the rat race round town, fuel matters. Here, customers can expect the highest quality fuel that they deserve.
Landmark Implement is your local authorized John Deere dealer. Landmark's trained and certified sales staff will help you find the right equipment for your needs, all backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network. Whether it's a tractor, planter, combine, lawn and garden tractor, or gator, every piece of equipment in our inventory is ready to work hard for your operation. Landmark's team works together to make sure everything that is sold meets their quality standards. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or learn more at landmarkimp.com to experience the Landmark difference.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
NCN Sports is presented by Currency. Need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items? Currency is here to help. Visit GoCurrency.com today. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at LibertyFirstCU.com. And by Teammates Mentoring. Join the team, be a mentor. Visit teammates.org today.
How about a top two showdown on News Channel Nebraska to start 2025? Glad you're with us as Pius hosts Skutt in a girls' clash. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen. We just saw the boys play it out. Skutt won handily. We are excited about what we're going to see on the girls' side. Omaha Skutt number 1, Pius number 2, Andy. And you look at the two teams. Obviously, whenever you have a 1 versus 2, that's good. These two teams have met earlier this season. Skutt's undefeated, and they defeated Pius by 3. Pius's only loss is to Skutt. We are looking forward to a great rematch. Interesting as well, Andy, that game was described as a rock fight and a defensive slugfest by both coaches.
So it's really going to be interesting what adjustment do both coaching staffs make. Are they going to want to try and get out and attack more offensively? Are they going to go back to the well and lean on that strong defensive efforts? Pius the 10th gets them back here at home. Coming off that holiday, that Christmas break, you couldn't ask for a better scenario to kickstart our second half of the season.
Something else interesting, while this is Class B, A lot of publications have these two teams in the top 4 in all of the state, Class A, Class B, whatever it may be. And you look at the quality of opponents these teams are playing, you can't argue. Skutt coming off a Nike Invitational tournament in Arizona where they went 4-0. Pius, again, playing great teams from out of state, Big Springs, Missouri, Big Springs East, Blue Springs rather. These teams are playing some of the best in the state, and they're playing each other well. This is the best girls basketball that you'll be able to see today.
It really is the cream of the crop, the best Nebraska can offer. And these are two battle-tested teams. Both coaching staffs want to challenge their squads, and we're seeing it once again, a great challenge for both teams.
Looking forward to a good one. We're about 7 minutes from tip. Stay with us. We'll talk key players on our pregame show when we return here on News Channel Nebraska.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Welcome back. It's time to talk key players. And Andy, we're going with a couple of senior guards. First off, for the Thunderbolts, if you're a Pius fan, you know the name Keely Kenobi. She's a 3-year starter. The typical catalyst point guard for this team.
You know, Pius has always had really strong post players. Well, how do you get the most out of the post? You got to have elite guards, and Nobi has been doing that for 3 years now. So much fun to watch, and she's also the leading scorer this year, taking on an even bigger role as a senior.
Averaging 15 points for the Bolts. We now go to Skutt and Molly Ladwig. She's averaging 17. Also that point guard, or shooting guard rather, but she has that talent, that skill set. She's going D1 next year as well.
Yeah, for the University of Buffalo. No slouch, obviously. She can score from just about anywhere on the court. You mentioned she's a guard, a 2-guard, a shooting guard, but she can handle the point as well. Excellent facilitator. There's not much these 2 guards cannot do.
Looking forward to a great one in just a few minutes. Number 1, Skutt. Number 2, Pius, coming your way on News Channel Nebraska. We'll be back.
This broadcast is brought to you by See the Trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone, see the trainer. And by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu and discover your path to possible. Pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. You live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, meeting your sales, service, and part needs. Nebraska, it's time to celebrate our community heroes. Do you know a local hero who dedicates their time to make your community better? Someone who leads with a vision for a brighter tomorrow and inspires others to join? Nominate them today for the Community Hero Program, thanks to Medica. Each month, one Nebraska hero will be chosen and will get to choose a nonprofit to receive a $1,000 donation. Let's honor those who make our community shine. Community Hero, celebrating the heart of Nebraska.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. And the big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
Welcome back. We're 2 minutes from tip-off between number 1 Skutt and number 2 Pius. Let's take a look at our school spotlight. Brought to you by Currency. Does your business need financing for equipment, trucks, or trailers? All you need is Currency. Visit gocurrency.com today. The Skutt Skyhawks, a Class B Power 94 state title since 1998. And you look at this girls program. They've finished runner-up 4 times, including 3 in a row. They've been the unfortunate benefactor, if you want to use the word benefactor, of having Britt Prince and Elkhorn North being their opponent the past 4 years. They had made it to the state title 3 of those 4, and have, unfortunately for them, runners-up each of the last 3, but Britt Prince isn't there anymore. Maybe this is the year for the Skyhawks.
Well, they've put together a fantastic front end of their season, looking to kickstart the second half of their season after the Christmas break on the road in a pretty tough environment. Lincoln, Pius the 10th.
Pius, a power in their own right, 10 basketball state championships since 1974 between the girls and boys programs. Bouncing back and forth in recent years between A and B. They're back down in B for this season, where they have 5 state championships. You remember Alexis Markowski. She was a part of those titles in 2020 and 2021 most recently.
Yeah, so there's always been really good talent. And you mentioned Markowski, Alexis. The post player, the center, well, a lot of her points came by the way of assists from those guards, one of which being her little sister, and that's what we have here this afternoon. Lincoln Pius being led by a couple really good guards. Kaylee Kenobi, the one we mentioned a moment ago, at the top of the list.
Now it's time for our starting lineups, brought to you by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you are cared for. And here is a look at Skutt. Again, undefeated on this season, currently sitting at 11-0. Mia McMahon averaging 14 a game at the point guard spot. Ladwig 17 a contest at the shooting guard. Then you have Shutkowski, Michaelis, and Kastner rounding out that starting 5.
Excellent job of sharing the basketball. McMahon and Ladwig at the front end there, averaging 17, 14 points. But Kastner also in double figures, averaging 10 points and 9 rebounds per game.
Now for the home team, Thunderbolts, Hannah Bedient, Keely Kenobi, who we talked about, averaging 15. Ava Markowski, the third and final Markowski sister to come through. She's currently a junior. And you have Kate Miller and Ellie Wells rounding out the starting 5.
Now, one of the things that makes Pius the 10th so challenging to guard is their team length. 6 foot, 6'1", 5'11", 5'10" across the board in this starting lineup for the girls of Pius the 10th.
And those starting lineups brought to you by Medica. We are ready to rock and roll. Number 1 Skutt, number 2 Pius, a rematch from earlier this season, 3 weeks ago, where Skutt came out on top 36-33. And Skutt waste no time trying to get to the rack. It was heavy from Molly Ladwig. Now you have Ellie Wells running the court for Pius. She gets her own rebound and kicks it out. Open three off the iron from Markowski.
Both offenses pressing the issue right now, trying to find that rhythm.
Deep three, and Mia McMahon gets the first bucket of the afternoon.
Track down that loose ball on the other end, rewards herself with a deep triple on the offensive end.
Ball will stay with Pius here. Now Wells, floater from the elbow. And that's the first bucket for the Bolts.
That's a welcome sight if you are a Thunderbolt fan. Wells had a tough layup, didn't fall for her earlier, didn't hurt her confidence, got right back into the scoring groove on that last occasion.
Coach Ryan Pasoda said he encouraged and challenged Wells to become more offensive-minded this year as a senior, and we see that on display. She's averaging 8 points a contest. There's a nice take. Doesn't fall for Bedient. Ladwig's jump stop layup doesn't go, and now you have 2-on-1. And it's gonna be a three-point play. Keely Kenobi opted to keep it, and she gets the bucket and the foul.
A little bit of a Euro step there, then kind of a double hand scoop shot around the defender, uses the glass. Hey, now she has that three-point opportunity.
Can you make sure to include that Pius basket, that Wells bucket, the first one they scored in the halftime highlights and the top plays, please? Their sponsor is this halftime. That's the daughter of the Sutter Hayden guy. So stolen and coming the other way is Markowski, and we have a foul.
I'll tell you what, the Thunderbolts are causing some problems here for the Skyhawks, extending that defense out. We've seen a couple occasions now able to come away with some takeaways, some turnovers, pretty far away from the hoop.
Wells, the skip pass across all the way to Markowski, and she nails the triple.
Nice job working the entire court there, finding Markowski as she was spotted up and calling for it.
Skutt with the offensive board, keeping possession here.
But that was a nice look too, just rimmed out.
And that will send Pius to the line, specifically Ladwig, for Skutt rather. Foul on Pius.
Yeah, and you just don't always expect that, right? Your point guard, who's usually managing the offense at the top of the key, posts up, down low, makes herself available, strong with the ball.
That second one rattles home. And backdoor pass to Wells.
That is picture perfect press break. Brandon, they get the ball to the center of the court, advance it. That allows for the 2-on-1.
9-4 Pius. Pius again out and running. Markowski draws the foul.
Defense just a half a step late getting there. Good call. Officials getting their workout in early here. Tonight's crew, Grant Carter, Chase Grizzle, and Troy Steele.
There's another look, courtesy of Meade Lumber. on that instant replay.
Yeah, Skyhawks already with 3 fouls, so we're going to see a substitution here. That's not too surprising. As aggressive as they like to play defensively, they'll tally some fouls here and there. Is that going to be Markowski going over the back?
So Pius with the 6-point advantage. Nice bounce pass, and we have a foul.
I think it's going to be on Wells, isn't it?
Looks like it is. 2 quick ones on Wells.
Yeah, just a little late getting over. Nice job from that offensive attack, drawing the defender over. Wells had to scramble to get back to her original man, her original responsibility, records the foul.
And so Wells will come out, Bedient in for the time being.
Bedient's done a really nice job protecting the rim. Already's tallied 3 rebounds, not allowing the Skyhawks that second shot opportunity.
Markowski, strong take. That's 6 points and counting for Markowski.
And we're going to have a 30-second timeout here to talk things over.
We'll take a timeout as well. Pius leading Skutt 12-4 here on NCN.
Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't just see anyone, see the trainer. From bracing to home health and rehab products, they provide the right solutions to keep you moving. Whether it's a chronic condition or sudden injury, their expert team will help you find the perfect fit. With a wide range of in-stock orthopedic, sports medicine, or rehabilitation products, See the Trainer is dedicated to improving your quality of life. Visit the professionals at See the Trainer in Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, Bellevue, and North Platte.
Welcome back. Pius up by 8 here on #1 Skutt. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you. We're halfway through the first quarter. And there's another bucket for Ladwig.
Pius jumped the passing lane. The ball still somehow found Ladwig for the lay-in. Markowski unable to connect on the 3.
Well, a deep 3 on the way. It goes for McMahon, her second from downtown.
Saw a little miscommunication there on the man-to-man defense. Left a lethal shooter in McMahon all alone, and she knows how to make you pay.
Miscommunication there on the pass. There's 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter, brought to you by John Henry's, Our Family Serving Yours. John Henry's our first quarter sponsor. Corner 3, and it goes back-to-back triples for Skutt. This time it's Libby Shutkowski.
Yeah, just playing inside out, fantastic ball movement. Finally finds that shooter in the corner.
And somehow that ends up dropping for Kate Miller.
Oh, Kate Miller being strong with the basketball. You saw the help defense get over there, try and strip her away. Not the case. Able to muscle one up there.
Ladwig had a good take, doesn't fall. Skutt keeps possession, and how about 3 threes in a row? That time it's Lily's Stobie.
Stobie just kind of nonchalantly tracks down the loose ball and cans a 3.
So Pius was in control, and all of a sudden there's 3 triples that fall, and Skutt now is up 15-14.
And the blink of an eye and 9 points thrown at you kind of turned this game upside down. It's really come from Skutt offensively. They work the ball inside, then they find that shooter on the perimeter. Just so tough to defend.
And Markowski got a piece of that block, and then it's out of play off the Skyhawks.
Yeah, Markowski, you know, we've already seen her kind of flex her offense, hitting a couple triples or one from the corner there. She's also a fantastic defensive player, that time guarding the rim, getting the block.
Fadeaway jumper doesn't fall. Strong rebound, though, by Austin Davis, and we have a foul against Skutt.
How about Davis? Only a sophomore, but getting her nose dirty, getting into the mix, battling 2 Skyhawks for that board, saves a possession for the Thunderbolts.
It's the second personal on Shot Koski. We're under a minute to go in the first. Nice pass from Ladwig to Michaelis, then around to Stobie. Doesn't go. Markowski thought about pushing tempo and decided instead to slow things up for a final shot.
Her father, the assistant coach of Pasota, barking out orders, helping get that offensive set in here as we wind down this first quarter.
Corner 3 doesn't drop. That'll count. Basket for Austin Davis for Pius. As the clock expires, we'll give Pius the 1-point advantage after 1. Your score 16-15. 1 versus 2 on News Channel Nebraska. We'll be back.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Well, there's a familiar face. She's done some pretty good things in this gym, and currently, is she getting scolded by a former teacher?
Is that what's going on here?
Happening here?
It's a family affair here at Lincoln Pius X. We already mentioned Andy Markowski, the former Husker great, one of the assistant coaches. Ava Markowski's already had a pretty good game so far for the Thunderbolts, and there you go, Alexis Markowski, the current senior Husker, off to a great start for the Huskers. So yeah, whether it's for the Nebraska Huskers or here at Lincoln Pius, Markowskis have their fingerprints all over this basketball program.
So Pius, back to that first quarter, Andy, seemed to be in control and had a pretty commanding lead, but there were 3 threes knocked down in about a minute time frame by Skutt that evened this thing back up instantly.
Well, and that's That's to be expected. When you get two elite teams like this, it's going to be a game of runs. Pius, the 10th, started off solid, got to a really nice offensive rhythm there early. Skyhawks had the answer through the 3 ball, and they didn't force it. Just a really nice job playing inside out within the offense and finding those shooters in space.
At 3 off the mark from Michaelis.
You know, it's also been impressive for really both teams is the way they share the basketball. It's not been 1 or 2 offensive threats capitalizing. It's really been spread around.
So Markowski draws the foul.
Right on cue, right?
Great job with the head fake. Gets to the rack, and you get 2 free shots.
You know, that's such a smart play. That shows you that high basketball IQ, because more times than not, from that corner, the drive will go baseline. She did the head fake baseline, got the defense to overcommit, then cut back to the right. Her dominant hand picked up that foul. I think I misspoke there, Brandon. Shot that free throw with her left hand. Getting fact-checked in real time.
You know, that's the best way. I'm trying to double-check my notes here. Coach Fasoda didn't confirm if she was a righty or a lefty, so well, that's counts for 3 points. You can fact-check that. Off the glass for Molly Ladwig.
Might have been a little strong, but with that accuracy, she was still right on line, able to use the bank shot from way downtown.
That is the 5th 3 for Skutt. In fact, they only have 1 field goal that hasn't been a triple.
And they're still spreading the ball around, getting multiple scores involved.
Markowski will try to answer off the back of the iron. Ladwig gets past Markowski, too heavy off the glass. Rebound by Davis. Now Markowski up to Bedian. That one doesn't go for Miller, may have been partially blocked.
Yeah, tough shot coming from the corner. Corner drive.
Kendall Hymas will check in for Pius.
How impressive was Austin Davis coming in off the bench there? A couple tough rebounds, and then being that scrapper, getting that late lay-in as time expired, giving the Thunderbolts that 1-point lead heading into that little break between the first and second quarter.
And blocking foul is the call.
Tanobi's done that a couple times now where she fakes right, goes back left, and puts the defender on just enough uncertainty there, moving one way to the other to draw that foul.
Kenobi knocked down the first. Skutt up by 1, under 5 to go in the second quarter. 18-17 your score on the Aurora cooperative scoreboard. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A-stop today.
There it is, the versatility from Molly Ladwig. I told you, Brandon, in the pregame, she can score from anywhere on the court. That time, posting up, nice little fadeaway to get over top of the defender.
Just on top of your homework, Andy. She now has 8 points, so she's leading Skutt. There's an answer for Pius.
How about Davis putting the defense on skates.
Ladwig was calling for it on the block. Now from the free throw line, Kasner unable to connect.
Not a bad look as it's gonna be a foul on the sideline. That shot clock got within 10 points, and Skyhawks, they didn't waver, they didn't panic. They actually found a really nice open 15-foot jumper, just didn't fall for them. That's another thing that's so impressive with the Skyhawks, how they can change gears. Yes, they love to play with pace, push the tempo, but man, they're so good at slowing it down in the half court, working the ball around, really making that defense work much of the shot clock. That's a tough thing to do.
And stolen away by McMahon. Here comes Skutt. 1 point game. They have a foul.
That ball got tied up there as Molly Ladwig was in attack mode in the center of the lane. But how about McMahon with the help defense sneaking over there, kick-starting that fast break off the turnover. This game's really been everything we expected it to be, right? Back and forth, 1 point, one possession contest much of the way.
That puts Ladwig in double digits. And the Skutt Skyhawks up by 3. All worked inside. You have Kate Miller grabbing her own rebound and kicking it to Markowski. Doesn't go.
Skutt got away with one there. Offensive rebound usually leads to points for the Thunderbolts, and Markowski had an open 3 at the top of the key. And it didn't take long for Ian McMahon to get back to the rim.
Well, 2 minutes and 26 seconds left in the second quarter. That's brought to you by O Street Carpet. Be sure to check out Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet near 17th and O in Lincoln.
Skutt going on a little bit of a run here, extending their lead. I think if you're a Pius X fan, you'd like to see an answer offensively. Up by 5 now are the Skyhawks.
Skutt has outscored the Thunderbolts 9-3 in this second quarter. Too long from Kenobi. That 3 nearly falling for McMahon. Tries again from the top of the key, no. Pius ball.
Well, that time it was Pius X that kind of dodged a bullet there, letting an offensive rebound go. More times than not, when Skutt gets a second crack at it offensively, they generate points.
And that foul will send Hymas to the line. I'd like to remind you to stay tuned for our halftime show. It's brought to you by Visit Kearney. Find it all at Kearney. And during that halftime show, we will have our halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers, where they have stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations.
Kendall Hymas, a nice looking free throw there. Good rotation. Almost like a lid was on top of that rim. It didn't fall through the cylinder. There it is. Nothing but nylon on her second attempt.
Foul called against the Bolts.
Lily Stovall. Stobie just trying to back down her defender. Drew out a foul.
And blocked by Eidson.
6'3" senior, knows how to guard the rim. Plays it straight up.
It doesn't hurt to have 6'3" coming off the bench.
Not at all.
Something else we didn't mention, but the length of Pius's starting five is about 5'11" average for all five. Coach Kip Colony said Pius's length, it was an issue, their athleticism and just across the board. But it hasn't caused too many problems for Skutt as they have a lead currently.
Nice job, Kasner using that pivot foot.
Scramble for the ball. And it'll be Pius who gets it.
Oh, right idea. He's getting a little frantic as we're inside 30 seconds to the half. Love seeing the hustle really from both squads here.
Another look at that instant replay brought to you by Beatrice Community Hospital. Wells' excellent pass. Miller's shot doesn't go. It's a jump. We'll stay here.
Couple of jump balls here in the final minute or so of the first half.
Inside to Wills, kicked back out. Nice take for Markowski.
Did a fantastic job measuring up that zone defense. Skutt was overloading the painted area, trying to take that away. Markowski's like, I don't think so. Nice drive down the right side of the lane to close out the first half.
It's 8 points for Markowski, a 4-point lead for Skutt. Heading into halftime. Skyhawks 26, Thunderbolts 22 here on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. Central Nebraska Orthopedic, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu and discover your path to possible.
Everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
Teammates Mentor proudly serves 10,000 students in 192 chapters across Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, South Dakota, and Wyoming. But we need your help.
We're recruiting teammates, mentors to help our students reach their full potential.
Meeting with a student once a week can make a positive impact in their life and create a ripple effect in our communities.
Go to teammates.org to learn how you can get involved. Join the team, be a mentor.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. Schaefer's, we're more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Liberty First Credit Union. It's for you. You live in Nebraska or the surrounding states? Then it's for you. Want to earn cash back on your transactions? Then it's for you. Are you ready to start banking with purpose? Then Liberty First Credit Union? It's for you. We're not your typical credit union. We support you with personalized banking that's open to everyone. Start banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. We're for you.
Welcome back from halftime. Currently a 4-point lead for number 1 Skutt over second-ranked Pius. Brandon Axmit and Andy Klassen with you. Action-packed first half, Andy. Your initial thoughts?
Really has been. Lived up to the billing, 1 versus 2 matchup, as you mentioned. The difference has to be the shooting from the perimeter, the outside. The Skyhawks are so good at playing within their offensive sets in the half court, working the ball inside out. You got to cover from sideline to sideline, baseline. They can send you out at the top of the key. Pius has done a pretty darn good job defending Skutt for most of the time, but they got a little loose there in that second quarter. We saw a couple back-to-back threes fall, and that's kind of supplying the difference on the scoreboard right now.
Well, let's take a look at our halftime highlights. Brought to you by Sartor Heyman & Jewelers, where they have stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones. You can find them at either of their Lincoln locations, downtown or at South Point, as well as in Grand Island. So, Andy, we start off in the first quarter, and the first bucket of the game goes to the senior Ellie Wells, who had 4 points in that first quarter before getting into foul trouble. Here, Wells finds Markowski for a triple, knocking things down. Pius started this game out very well, Andy, but then the three-point shooting started falling for Skutt to even this thing back up.
Yeah, the Thunderbolts did a nice job sharing the basketball, forcing Skutt to really cover the entire court, but there you're seeing it. The three-point shooting starting to heat up for the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks.
Libby Shotkoski, as well as Lily Stobie, Mia McMahon, all hitting triples. Molly Ladwig there on that occasion. The first 5 of the first 6 field goals for Skutt, in fact, came from beyond the arc. It was 16-15. Pius leading going into the second. Then you have a shot knocked down by Austin Davis. Skutt working it inside. DeCam Kasner does a great job. That's using your pivot foot.
Yes, it is. She's always a double-double threat, averaging nearly 10 rebounds per game, 10 points per game.
And another strong take by Ava Markowski, who is leading Pius with 8 points. But 26-22 your score at halftime. Skutt on top. We'll be back. There's about 4.5 minutes until the third quarter begins. More halftime show just around the corner.
Hi, I'm Baylor Shireman, proud to call Aurora, Nebraska home. From dreaming big in a small town to being drafted by the Boston Celtics, I've always aimed for the best. That's why I rely on Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevrolet in Aurora for my vehicles. When you're driven to succeed, you choose a winning team. Before you drive away in your next car, check with the team that knows how to win. Roe. It's the Roe you know.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people that we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Less than 3 minutes until we get this third quarter started between the two top teams in Class B. Number 1 Skutt leading by 4. Now's a great time to let you know about the Kearney Sportsplex. It's owned by the city of Kearney, and it plans to open this spring in 2025. Andy, it will feature, for all of you basketball fans out there, a gym with 59,000 square feet of hardwood floor where you can have, in addition, 3,000 plus spectators watching the events happening in said gym that can have up to 8 regulation high school basketball courts, or up to 12 volleyball courts, or 20 wrestling mats. That is one of many different features that this Sportsplex will have. It's meant to be a destination for tournaments, for youth, adult clinics, camps, gatherings, and those weekend tournaments in the state of Nebraska, all going to be happening at this Kearney Sportsplex.
Yeah, tip of the cap to the city of Kearney, right? Because it does feel like it's going to turn into a mecca of high school collegiate sports and all the tournaments that are going to take place. You know, bringing in teams from the West Coast, East Coast, out of Texas. Really excited to see things to come for the Kearney Sportsplex and all the talent they're going to bring in really across the nation.
It'll be located directly off I-80, year-round, climate-controlled, multi-use, premier athletic facility accommodating youth and adult tournaments, camps, leagues, and programs. The Sportsplex coming in 2025 this spring. We promised, Andy, for those who are watching the boys game, that we would give shout-outs to new followers at NCN Sports on X. If you haven't yet, you should follow us. Our rankings will be coming out on Monday. We tweet those out. We tweet out our broadcast schedule. We tweet out highlights, interviews, scores, everything you could possibly want if you're a high school prep sports fan. And those who followed us that we promised shout-outs to,
oh, here we go.
Jeremy Brooks giving us a follow. Patty Lizzie giving us a follow. We appreciate that. Emerson Hewson. She's a basketball player out of Gretna East. We covered them last night in Hastings. You were there. Stacy Pfaff. Sherry French. Shout outs to all of the new followers. Coach Dougal, Gretna East coach. And also Malcolm Clippers giving us a follow at NCN Sports. Join the club, be like the 12,000 plus others, and give us a follow.
Gretna East was such a fun squad to watch. Just seeing how their defense complemented their offense, the efficiency they played with offense. They're going to be a problem throughout the rest of the season for the rest of Class B.
Glad that you're with us for this 1 versus 2 matchup.
Oops.
We're about to get things started. We have a inadvertent buzzer here, but we'll resume shortly.
There's my guy, referee Troy Steele, handed the ball off just a little early there. That's okay.
We get it. We're excited for the game too.
Scores clock, talking things over with the officials here. I think they got to put those 6 seconds. There it is. Back on the clock. Here we go. And right away, Kate Miller almost got a steal off the inbounds pass. There we go, start of the second half.
Take inside and a basket for Skutt.
Molly Ladwig attacking the rim right away.
12 points now for Ladwig, but then you have Miller on the other end answering right back.
Okay, Miller has been extremely aggressive here, not only defensively, almost stealing that first initial inbounds pass, but getting after it on the offensive end as well.
Kasner trying to back down Wells, kicks it out. Back to Kasner. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And Kasner's shot altered, and tough defense by Wells there, forcing the miss.
It was a great defensive stand that time for the Thunderbolts. Almost looked like a zone defense, the way that a couple of their bigs stayed down low to help out. Didn't want to venture out too far out of the lane or away from the rim. Nice job helping each other. Great communication, defensive stand.
Pius trying to work it inside, stolen away by McMahon.
McMahon was ready for that pass going over the top.
And that 3 just off by Stobie. She hit one in that first half.
Yeah, she just kind of picked up a loose ball, you know, scrambled for a rebound, stepped to her left, canned the 3.
Again, 5 triples in that first half for Skutt as opposed to 1 for Pius. Wells using the pivot foot, a little too strong off the glass.
Kasner rips down her 4th board of the game.
And the putback around and down for Stobie.
Recording her 5th board of the game, that time getting paid off with the little putback.
That one in and out. And it'll remain a Pius basketball.
Gotta like the hustle there from Cameron Kasner, trying to track that loose ball down. Doesn't come away with it.
Here's another look, courtesy of Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care, incredibly close.
You know, we saw that with the boys program where the Skyhawks kind of got out to a lead there. But man, were they hustling on the defensive end, even when they had that game in hand.
Markowski's 3 is short. And nice active hands from Bedient.
It's almost like Bedient was trying to get that pass to come inside the way she played it. Great anticipation, not allowing for that entry pass to develop.
Now kicked back out to McMahon. 10 seconds on the shot clock, now to the corner. And so you have Michaelis deciding just to pull the trigger. Collision, and Skutt gets the ball back.
Don't have to rush. You got a full new shot clock to work with.
And Markowski keeps it in. Skip pass across to Kenobi. Now Miller, Kenobi for 3. It rattles home.
And that was deep. That was well behind the line, right in front of her home bench. Team cheering her on.
Markowski's jumper just short.
Stayed with the play, though. Nearly got the ball back.
Skutt taking a timeout here. We will as well. 3-point game, 3rd quarter, here on News Channel Nebraska.
This broadcast is brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Chevy in Aurora. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Anything for the floor. O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you here on News Channel Nebraska. 3-point game. Skutt leading just past the halfway point in this third quarter. Like to remind you, high school sports is presented by Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. Find out more at libertyfirstcu.com. And that shot dropping for Molly Ladwig.
Oh, that was a difficult shot. Great defense there from Kate Miller. Just great offense from Molly Ladwig.
Well, Andy, we know if people are watching both these games, currently this game on NCN and the Husker game that just wrapped up. We talked about Alexis Markowski, as there's Wells with her third bucket. Pius with other ties to the men's program that just defeated 15th ranked UCLA 66-58. Sam Hoiberg, a former Thunderbolt, a part of that Husker team that just got the win.
Well, and part of the coaching staff too, right? Andy Markowski here, a coach for Pius X, former player, a former great for the Husker boys. Good to see him get that home win against 15th ranked UCLA.
Wells kicks it out now around. So you had the three knocked down by Michaelis for Skutt. That three off the mark for Pius. Skyhawks now up by 6, nearing the 2-minute mark.
There's Kasner again with the solid box out on the other side of the rim, snagging her 5th board of the game. Skutt unable to take care of the ball on the other end though. See if Pius can capitalize. You know, they've gone on a couple runs here throughout this third quarter. It feels like whenever they get within that 2 or 3 points, Skutt goes on a little run of their own.
Kenobi from the corner. Strong, but you have the board by Bedient. Markowski to Davis, now back to Kenobi. That's a deep three, nothing but net.
See the type of confidence she's shooting the ball with. Off the mark just a moment ago, comes back even further away from it. Maybe that was the adjustment. She's like, you know, I'm just not far enough away from the rim. Better back it out a little bit. Swoosh. And we hear the quick timeout from Skutt.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
One minute, 35 seconds remaining in this third quarter that's brought to you by Husker Rehab, where they're treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. Husker Rehab, we have ourselves a good one. 1 versus 2. Only one loss between these two programs, and that's Pius's 3-point loss to Skutt 3 weeks ago. And it was a 3-point defeat, as mentioned, and 3 points currently separating these two teams. It's been, you know, back and forth, no bigger than a 6-point lead this whole night.
A little more offense on this occasion And I was wondering if we'd see that, a few more answers. Both coaching staffs able to kind of watch some film, how they're going to attack them defensively, each other that is. And I think we've seen just a little bit more, curveballs thrown on the offensive end, changing things up a little bit.
Ladwig, fade away, pops out. Kasner with the board, and she'll head to the line.
That's what makes the 6-foot senior so good. Cameron Kasner for the Skyhawks, she's always where she needs to be on the block, snagging those rebounds. She leads all rebounders now with 6. That time, the offensive board leads to a trip to the foul line.
Wells and Kenobi check back in for Pius.
High arching shot from the foul lane from Kasner, which you're told that's a good thing to do. You're using all the circumference of that rim, that cylinder.
Tough defense, McMahon on Kenobi. Worked inside, an easy basket for Obedient.
The touch pass from Markowski beats the defense to the spot.
Well, there's an answer. Stobie, her second triple.
Boy, that was a big 3, too. You just felt a little bit of momentum shift over towards the Lady Thunderbolts. Stobie's had other thoughts.
Obedient driving. Off the glass, back-to-back buckets for Obedient.
Really nice job working the right side of the lane.
Ladwig, this will count. 3-point play to round out the third.
Or is it? Official's going to talk about it. Oh, and a foul. And one, Brandon.
So here's a look. Look at the backboard.
Ball was clearly out of her hands. That's a good call by the officials. You saw 0 on the clock. Well, you still got that full second from when that second disappears to that final horn, and that's what went on right there. There's actually 0.3 seconds on the official clock right now. Felt like a big play, right? A big answer to close out that third period.
Hey, had the basket by Pius, but enough time on the clock. There's the shot. It's away.
Yeah. Obedient with a really nice drive down the right side. Back-to-back buckets for her. But don't sleep on Ladwig.
Well, 15 points for Ladwig after she knocks down that free throw. So it remains a 6-point advantage for Skutt as we head to the fourth. 42-36, 1 versus 2 here on NCN. We'll be back.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
This broadcast is brought to you by See the Trainer. Need relief from pain or support for recovery? Don't see just anyone, see the trainer. And by Southeast Community College. Head to southeast.edu and discover your path to possible.
8 minutes to go. Number 1 Skutt leading number 2 Pius 42-36. Brandon Axman, Andy Klassen with you. A big play by Molly Ladwig to round out that third quarter.
The final 5 seconds of that quarter felt like a microcosm of the game itself. Pius goes on a little run, back-to-back buckets, then Skyhawks with an answer and one. Of course, Molly Ladwig capitalizes, knocks down the free throw as well.
Kenobi's long ball, no good. Obedient. All the way to the rack.
You know, that was her 7th rebound. You're always told, keep advancing the ball if no one steps up and stops the ball. And Obedient going coast to coast.
She was scoreless for the majority of this game. She got those 2 buckets late in the third and now a basket here to start the fourth. 6 quick points for Obedient.
Got her hand on the pass there on the perimeter.
Five seconds on the shot clock. That's long. Offensive board for Skutt. They'll have a chance to reset. Ball inside to Michaelis. We have a tie-up, and looks like it'll be a foul against Skutt.
Yep, we're gonna get a foul here. Good on Davis being strong, going after that rebound here. Well, that was Obedient again. Excuse me. Boy, she's really come alive here in the second half.
Coach Pasota said Obedient is the one player that could play 1 through 5 on this Pius team. He's listed as 6 foot, so he's extremely versatile and can do it all. And we've been seeing that recently as Pius is attempting to get back into this one.
There's Kate Miller with that quick first step, getting by the defender, going baseline.
Well, this fourth quarter, it's brought to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at lincoln.org. Shot
Nice move.
coming up short.
Nice move.
Eight seconds on the shot clock here. Tough defense by Pius. And shot doesn't fall for Ladwig.
I think they're going to get Kasner here on a foul, loose ball foul. That was another excellent defensive stand there for Pius X. Skyhawks, they're okay, you know, working that clock down, working that ball back and forth, cross court. Credit the Thunderbolts for shutting it down, though, at the rim.
Wells with it. Now to Miller. Markowski from deep. It's a 1-point game.
That might have been the deepest 3 of the game. That really ignited the home crowd. You heard a roar as they pull back within 1.
11 points for Markowski. 4:35 to play. 1-point game between the top 2 teams in Class B.
There's Stobie backing down her defender, drawing the foul.
Here's another look.
Yeah. Oh, man. Doesn't get more true than that.
Ball into Ladwig. She gets baseline over Wells. 2 points.
Really nice job keeping control off the dribble, maneuvering through defenders.
First basket, first points of the quarter for Skutt. That 3 off the mark from Bedient. And Skutt will take a timeout. We'll take one as well. Don't go anywhere. 3-point game here in Lincoln. You're watching High School Hoops on News Channel Nebraska. Welcome back, Brandon Axmit, Andy Klassen. We expect this one to come down to the wire. Just a little over 4 minutes to go. 3-point game.
You know, it felt like the Skyhawks were going to go on a run here and there. Credit Pius the 10th for always finding the answer. There, another defensive takeaway. That's where they're really helping themselves out, is on the defensive side, not allowing Skutt to establish themselves as much as they'd like down on the block, the low post.
Ten seconds on the shot clock. Wells driving the up and under.
Uh-oh.
And she's called for the charge.
Trying to work through multiple defenders going down the left side of the lane. Is that Stobie posted up? I would say her feet were kind of planted there for a good 1 count.
Coach Pasota animated.
Internal clock might have been going a little quicker than mine.
But it's a turnover right away to get Pius the ball back.
So that opportunity kind of squandered. Skyhawks got a call, unable to capitalize. Stays a 1-possession game.
Bedient can't get it to go off the glass.
Stobie just putting in a solid performance once again for the Skyhawks at times, securing the rebound on the backside.
And basket doesn't fall.
But the little rush that time from Stobie. She had position.
Another deep 3 off the mark. That would have tied it.
It felt like Skutt got away with the one. I was thinking the whole time, you know Kenobi has that range.
Stolen away. Kate Miller. It's a 1-point game. Fans here applauding the Bolts.
Ryan Pasota calling a quick timeout, wants to get something in for the Thunderbolts next time they come down the offensive side and also get that defensive set. This is a big possession, only down 1 now, just over 2 minutes left to go. Boy, that was right on time, wasn't it, Brandon? Thunderbolts needed something positive to happen. Clock's winding down, game's winding down. Nothing's better than a defensive strip and a score, a lay-in on the other end.
Well, be sure to stay tuned for our Sarpy County Tourism Coaches post-game interview. Stay play and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
Saw Kip Colony, head coach of the Skyhawks, talking things over. Yep, Pius the 10th, that dead ball allows them to put their press on. 1-2-2 look.
We expected this to be a good game. It hasn't disappointed as we are under 2 to go. 10 on the shot clock. 3, top of the key, no. Wells with the rebound.
In and out. You saw the triple team on Ladwig. Somebody had to be open. Stobie just couldn't connect at the top of the key 3. Now it's Pius trying to slow things down offensively here. Take some time.
Wells with the offensive board, and she is fouled.
Boy, really nice give and go look there. Wells, Markowski, the 2-man game.
And that is the 5th foul, meaning bonus here for Pius.
And on that possession, you saw the length, the team length of the Thunderbolts come into play. Wells, 6 foot. Markowski, 5'11". The give and go.
And Wells has tied it up. Be sure to stay tuned for our Player of the Game interview, brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, your healing destination, and Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Buick in Aurora. The second falls for Wells. Pius has the lead.
Student section all are on their feet now.
Rebound, Markowski off the miss.
Big rebound.
Markowski the kick. Miller holds.
Good idea here, bleeding some time. You have the lead now.
Big possession here for Pius.
Scott staying in man-to-man defense.
Wells takes it. Count the basket. Ellie Wells. Late game heroics to put her team up by 3.
What a move, spin move back to the center of the court. The help defense was late. She knew she had her defender on her outside hip, worked the ball back inside and won. What a huge play down the stretch.
Best Skutt can do is tie it.
Good timeout.
Timeout taken by the Skyhawks.
Ooh, got to catch her breath here. Out of nowhere, Pius X takes that 3-point lead as we have under 20 seconds to play. And we've been talking about it. It's felt like Skutt has never been rattled. You cannot say the same. The last couple of possessions here kind of feels like the Thunderbolts have got to him just a little bit.
Just 2 points scored by Skutt here in this 4th quarter. They had a 6-point lead to start these final 8 minutes. We do want to remind you to stay tuned for our top plays, brought to you by Currency. If you need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items, Currency is here to help. And also Southeast Community College. Visit southeast.edu now and discover your path to possible. What a game.
It's definitely lived up to the billing, and we said at the top of the broadcast, this is one of the toughest places to pick up a win on the road here in Lincoln, Nebraska, home of Pius X and the Thunderbolts.
Pius has outscored Skutt 11-2 here in the 4th to take this lead. Not over yet. Ladwig goes baseline, misses the shot, rebound to Markowski. Free throws upcoming.
Hasn't been a bigger rebound of the game. Ava Markowski sealing off the backside. Goes up, gets it. And yeah, just the scramble at the end there. You love to see the effort, but obviously a foul on Kasner.
Markowski. Neither falls. And we have a foul, or a timeout rather, taken by Skutt.
Cameron Kasner just doing what she does, recording, tallying her 8th rebound of the game. She's always liable to go off for that double-double, averaging 10 points, 9 boards per game. And we're a long ways from being over with this one, Brandon. We know how well the Skyhawks can spread you out, how many shooters they have on the perimeter. You can bet that's exactly what head coach Ryan Pasoda is talking about here for the Thunderbolts. Fan out, guard that three-point line. Do not allow them the opportunity to tie this one up under 15 seconds in regulation.
If Pius wins, she will be our player of the game, and Andy will ask her about that specific play. Well, and to your point as well, I mean, we saw it in that first half, but Skutt, they're pretty good at shooting threes, Andy, and they don't have just one three-point shooter.
Right.
And so, you know that Coach Colony, he is going to draw something up that's going to give Skutt a great chance to tie this thing.
Tall task on both sides here. The dead ball does allow for Pius to put on their full court pressure. Looks like it's going to be a man-to-man look. Earlier it was a 1-2-2 full court press, so already we see some adjustments being made.
Inbound to Stobie. All the way up to McMahon. She throws it up and is blocked.
Oh!
They're going to say it was off Skutt.
Miller didn't get a hand on it. Pius gets the inbounds. Huge play. Another defensive stand for Pius.
Here's a look. So Pius has taken a timeout. Coach Colony can't believe that it's not his ball.
Yeah, I think the road fans were looking for a foul, didn't get it, but at the very least they were thinking, okay, didn't the defender get a hand on the ball? Officials did look at each other there and thought, no, that was just a ball that found its way out of bounds off the hands of the shot maker.
So now Skutt needs a steal and 3 points. You imagine assuming Pius gets it in there, you need to quickly foul and then hope that the Thunderbolts miss both free throws. And it'll stay with Pius here. The second comes off the clock. A little bit of confusion on where you can inbound it from. Markowski gets it in. And there's the foul with 1.6 seconds remaining. Kenobi will head to the line. What a fourth quarter performance by Pius. They're leaving the door open. And it's a 4-point game. Full timeout taken by the Thunderbolts. But their odds of winning this one have gone up dramatically with that free throw falling. What a game this has been. It was 42-36. Skutt lead to start this fourth quarter. And here we are. Pius up by 4 with 1.6 seconds remaining. Again, Skutt undefeated on this season. They defeated Pius by 3 earlier this year, 3 weeks ago. Then they went to Arizona to the Nike Invitational, defeated 3 Arizona teams and a team from Oklahoma, came back and defeated Crete and Scotts Bluff and a Sioux City East team last night to enter this one 11-0. Pius 9-1, their only loss to Skutt, but it looks like they may avenge it here. And will, I should say. There is the shot. It's off the mark. And Pius gets its revenge, taking down number 1 Skutt 48-44, thanks to a strong fourth quarter rally by the Bolts. An excellent game here on News Channel Nebraska. Don't go anywhere. Our post-game show is coming up next.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
Hey sports fans, heading to the big game tonight? Make sure you stop by Speedy Mart before you hit the stadium. Fuel up your car and grab your favorite snacks and drinks to keep your energy high. Whether it's chips, soda, or a quick meal, Speedy Mart has everything you need to kick off your game night right. Don't miss out. Swing by Speedy Mart for all your pre-game essentials.
Speedy Mart, snacks before the game.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and...
All righty, we're courtside now with winning head coach Ryan Pasoda of the Lady Thunderbolts. Back and forth game. Yeah. Kind of a revenge game, right? You're able to get Skutt at home. What are your initial thoughts?
Well, 2 really good teams that just played today. 2 teams that'll probably see each other again down the road this season. And so I'm just happy that we got over the hump and got them this time.
How are you guys able to get over the hump here this afternoon? They were up by 3-4 points for most of the way.
Yeah, our kids just kept executing offense better in the second half. We kept moving the ball. We kind of got to where we could pick our matchups offensively, and Ellie Wells took advantage of that later in the game. But just composure from a group of seniors and juniors that have a lot of experience.
What was key to making some of those huge defensive stops down the stretch? The fourth quarter was like you guys almost put a lid on their basket.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that Ladwig was just going to try to take over the game. I mean, she wasn't going to pass most of the time, and so we paid awfully a lot of attention to her there late in the game. But you know, the kids did a better job with the scout in the second half.
Speaking of the kids and players, what can you tell me about tonight's player of the game, Ellie Wells, the super senior? Huge play down the stretch.
Yeah, Ellie's playing like a senior. She's being more aggressive offensively and came up with some real timely rebounds. She's played a ton of basketball for us, and so I'm very happy for her to pay off.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations on a big win.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's bring in our player of the game. Ellie Wells got into double figures again, 10 points, a couple of big rebounds like a coach just said there. What are your initial thoughts knocking off Skutt at home?
I mean, it's a really big win for us. It's like our revenge game because we lost to them at the start, so it feels really good to get that win against the #1 team under our belt.
We thought we were in for a good one. One possession game last time around. What was the difference this time? You guys get the one possession win.
I mean, we really struggled offensively last game. In this game, at first we struggled, and then I thought we came back at the end and really took it to them.
You got to take me back to that big play you had offensively. Spin move back into the rim. Gave you guys some breathing room, put you up by 3. What did you see?
Well, they really trusted me to take the ball, and I went in and spin, and I saw it open, so it felt really good to get that and one.
And what does this do for your guys' confidence? Coming out of the Christmas break, defending home against the #1 ranked team in the state.
It gives us so much confidence, and now we know we can take it to the finals and win state.
Ellie, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Brandon, let's send it up to you in the booth to wrap this one up.
Thank you, Andy. Congratulations to Ellie Wells. Not only that huge three-point play at the end, but she hit a couple of clutch free throws right before that to help propel Pius to the victory. She is our Nebraska Orthopedic Center Player of the Game. At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they are your healing destination. Also, our Player of the Game interviews brought to you by Roe Buick in Grand Island and Roe Buick in Aurora, our proud supporter of our Player of the Game. And of course, thank you to Coach Basoda for doing our Sarpy County Tourism Coaches Post-Game interview. Stay playing, plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com. What a game, 48-44. Let's take a look at how it all happened with our top plays brought to you by Currency and Southeast Community College. If you need financing for quick, easy, and secure financing, I should say, for machinery, ag equipment, and more, visit GoCurrency.com. Battle of Class B Titans. #1 Skutt taking on #2 Pius. These teams met earlier, and Skutt came out on top by 3 points, and it was Pius's only loss of this season. We're on early, and Ava Markowski knocking down the 3. Pius up 12-9 at this point before Skutt went on a roll of knocking down some threes of their own. Libby Shotkoski with the triple. Then off the miss, the tip out, Lily Stobie lets it fly. Skutt knocked down 5 threes in that first half. 5 of its first 6 field goals were threes, but it was 16-15 Pius after 1. Then the step back from Molly Ladwig, the future Buffalo Division I player next season, keeping her team in it. Then you have the jump shot knocked down by Pius and Austin Davis. It would remain a close game throughout, but Skutt does have the lead late in the second quarter. Then excellent pivot footwork by Cameron Kasner. She finished with 3 points. We round out the second quarter with a basket by Markowski. She did finish in double digits with 11. Your score is 26-22 Skutt after 2 quarters of play. Then you have an excellent follow-up rebound by Kate Miller. Count the basket there. Miller had 6. It was a well-balanced performance by Pius, and the Bolts continued to try to get into it in the third, but Skutt would keep making plays. There's a triple hit by Lainey Michaelis. Make it a 6-point lead for Skutt, but answering back, Keely Kenobi. She finished with 10, hits the 3 there. These two teams were deadlocked back and forth, but how about this to end the third? Ladwig with a 3-point play as the shot clock expires, or the game clock rather, 42-36. So the Bolts are down 6 as we head to the fourth. Markowski knocks down a 3. Pius desperately trying to get back into this one. In fact, they would erase the deficit. It's a 1-point game midway through the fourth quarter. Ladwig, though, makes another bucket to make it a 3-point game. So Pius still down by 1 at this point. And Ellie Wells, the senior, spinning, throwing up the shot, and it would go. And she would be fouled. 3-point play. Pius takes its first lead since the first quarter with under a minute to play. Wells would hit free throws down the stretch at will that would lead to that basket, and Pius would hold on in the end. Outscoring Skutt 12-2 in the fourth quarter, getting the victory 48-44. Those top plays are brought to you by Currency as well as Southeast Community College. Visit southeast.edu now and discover your path to possible. Well, that's an excellent way to round out our high school basketball coverage this weekend. We hope you enjoyed it. 48-44 again, the final. Pius avenging its loss to Skutt earlier, and a reminder that News Channel Nebraska's rankings will be coming out this weekend starting on Monday. Be sure to stay tuned and go to newschannelnebraska.com or follow us on X at NCN Sports. And as always, we have more basketball coming up next week, and we hope you tune in for that as well. Thursday's Aquinas at Pierce. Friday will be GICC at Kearney Catholic. If you're in our south viewing area, Hardington, Newcastle at Elkhorn Valley. If you're in the north viewing area, and a week from today on Saturday, the Panhandle team, Scotts Bluff, making the trip to Crete in what will be an excellent Class B affair a week from today. As for today, we'll be signing off. Special thanks as always to our terrific production crew, our camera operators, our crew in the truck led by Paul Hires, our producer-director alongside Connor Luby. For Andy Klassen, I'm Brandon Axement. We will see you for more high school hoops this Thursday in Pierce.
We now join regular programming on News Channel Nebraska.